How you doing, everybody? My name is Dr. Sami Baya. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. Weird things narcissists do when no one is watching. That's the title of this video. Narcissists often rehearse how they'll appear in different emotional situations. In short, they'll practice facial expressions in the mirror. They might spend a surprising amount of time perfecting smiles, frowns, or concerned looks to appear more human or relatable. When alone, narcissists will fantasize about fame or glory. When alone, many narcissists imagine themselves winning awards, being interviewed, or receiving praise from crowds. It is not just daydreaming, it is vivid and obsessive. When alone, narcissists will rehearse conversations where they win. They play out arguments or scenarios in their heads with them dominating, being admired, or getting the last word. It can get theatrical. When alone, another weird thing narcissists do is to stalk their exes or enemies online. Social media stalking can become an obsession, especially when the narcissist wants to feel superior or reassure themselves others are doing worse. When alone, some narcissists will mimic voices, mannerisms, or habits of people they are jealous of, often with disdain or sarcasm. When alone, narcissists will talk to themselves in a superior tone. They may narrate their actions or pump themselves up like they are giving a TED Talk or addressing a crowd of admirers. When alone, narcissists will keep a praise archive, screenshots, old messages, awards, compliments. Narcissists often hoard praise to reread when they feel insecure or irrelevant. Now, when alone, they will also search themselves online. Name searching or Googling themselves is more common than you'd think, just to see if they are being talked about. When alone, narcissists will rage at inanimate objects. When no one is around, narcissists may explode in fits of rage over small inconveniences, especially if their image feels threatened. When alone, narcissists will obsess over their appearance. It is not just vanity. They may try on outfits, pose, or take dozens of selfies only to delete all but the most flattering one. When alone, narcissists will mimic empathy. They'll watch videos or read about empathy, not to feel more, but to fake it better. So, another weird thing that narcissists will do when alone, they'll talk badly about friends, even the close ones. They may rant about people they claim to love, especially if they feel threatened by them or believe they've been outshined. When alone, narcissists will spy on others through burner accounts. Fake profiles will allow them to creep without being seen. It feeds their need for control and comparison. When alone, narcissists will create false narratives for future use. They'll make up stories in advance, things they can say later to manipulate or get sympathy. When alone, narcissists will reorganize their ego's throne room, literally or metaphorically. They may rearrange trophies, awards, or their personal space to constantly remind themselves that they are special. When alone, narcissists will practice their apology voice. Not a real apology, just the tone that sounds sincere enough to manipulate someone back in. Another weird thing the narcissists will do when they're alone, they laugh at others' misfortunes. They might get a private thrill from others failing, especially if it makes them look better in comparison. They'll try to psych themselves into believing their own lies. The more they say something aloud when alone, the more they convince themselves it's true. They'll fantasize about revenge. They may dwell on ways to get even, complete with dramatic plots and imaginary showdowns. Another weird thing narcissists will do when they're alone, they'll monitor how long it takes others to text back. They'll time it, analyze it, and use it as fuel to justify passive-aggressive behavior later. They'll rewatch or reread things that made them look good. Old interviews, social media posts, compliments. This is ego fuel, and they consume it like candy. They'll also compare themselves to celebrities. They'll find ways to equate their own struggles with the lives of icons, even imagining that they are undiscovered geniuses. Narcissists will plan how they'll steal the spotlight. They'll plot ways to hijack group attention, weddings, funerals, parties. Anything is fair game. They'll rehearse humble brags. They spend time thinking of ways to casually slip in achievements without sounding boastful, but still getting full credit. When alone, narcissists will troll others anonymously. When no one is watching, some narcissists get a kick out of provoking reactions online under fake names. They'll replay past wins over and over. They obsessively rerun moments where they dominated, embarrassed someone, or got the upper hand. When alone, narcissists whisper insults under their breath. They keep a running commentary on how inferior others are. When alone, they'll fake cry to see if they can do it on command. It is practice for future manipulation. Tears are a tool, not a feeling. Narcissists, when alone, they'll keep tabs on people they cut off. Even if they've discarded someone, they can't stop checking in to see if that person misses them or is suffering. Narcissists will fantasize about being the victim. Oddly, narcissists love imagining themselves as misunderstood martyrs. It justifies their behavior and garners sympathy. So they'll practice big reveal moments, whether it's pretending to confess something or stage a comeback. They rehearse the drama and perfect the delivery. Narcissists will secretly mimic people who get praise. They'll study what others do right and incorporate it, not to learn, but to outperform. Narcissists will also judge people relentlessly. Even pets aren't safe. They might critique how someone walks, talks, or even how their dog behaves. Judgment is constant. Narcissists will envision their own funeral or birthday tribute, with full speeches, music, and all the attention on them naturally. Narcissists will try to will themselves into importance. They might meditate, chant, or affirm their greatness in desperate attempts to believe it fully, especially if the world isn't currently reflecting it back. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Thank you.